Hi, welcome to Reacts with Jax. I'm Jax, and today I am reacting to WandaVision, Season 1, Episode 9. This is the finale. This is it. I'm so excited to watch this. In the last episode, we learned all about Wanda's backstory, all about Agatha's backstory. She's been alive since the 1600s. I was not expecting that. And also the fact that Agatha is an incredibly powerful person, and we have just learned that Wanda is the Scarlet Witch. I don't know what that means, but I'm excited to find out. So let's get started.
He's gonna burn Westview to the ground just to get what he wants. Don't let him make you the villain.
Maybe I already am.
This is really tough. You know, Wanda's trying to figure out who she is, and the more people assume that she's a villain, the more she's kind of taking on that role. I think it's hard when you're somebody that people look at as a bad person. It's hard not to be that because they'll always see what they want to see. And anything good you do, you're not going to get the praise for it. And anything bad you do becomes an expectation.
They take power from the undeserving. It's kind of my thing.
I love that. So any magic you use on her, she can steal.
Surrender your magic to someone who knows what to do with it. I'll let you keep this pathetic little corner of the world.
Oh, I get it. So then you would be in charge of this area. Where has Agatha been? Like, she clearly goes around taking magic from people she thinks is undeserving. Oh, that's funny. A little Wizard of Oz reference.
Bishop? Is it really you?
Not really.
Wanda.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
And I was told you were powerful.
How was her skull not crushed and her jaw broken? Oh my gosh.
Where are the boys?
They're in the house. I should have told you everything. The moment I realized what I'd done.
It's all right, Wanda.
So you didn't realize it at first.
This is awkward.
It is awkward.
Ex and your boyfriend together at the same party. Who are you gonna choose, Wanda?
Your ex wants you dead, so I'd go with the other one.
This is our home.
Is it though?
Then let's fight for it.
This is our home. That was a weird line. I don't think any of those neighbors are going to want to continue living next to you.
Wanda Maximoff must be neutralized.
Yeah, neutralization would be good. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. But if Wanda's neutralized, then he would be destroyed, because if the barrier comes down, wouldn't Vision be destroyed as well?
Never be able to cover this up.
No one's gonna care once I've eliminated Wanda Maximoff. They'll believe that the Vision who emerges from the Westview rubble is the same one she illegally tried to bring back to life.
You wanted to blame her for your creation.
If only you had a little more vision.
That's a good one, Hayward.
That is a good one.
Trouble is, my friends at Quantico will probably have something to say about your plan when they arrive inside the hour.
Team Ramwoo.
You're bluffing.
Am I?
You can use a safety pin to undo handcuffs? How does one learn these skills without being in a dangerous situation? I guess you buy some handcuffs and a safety pin, and you just practice.
Cliff, I was hoping you could get here inside the hour.
You hadn't called him. That's so funny. Okay, Wanda, I'm hoping you can save all these people. Maybe if you just let all them go, can they leave the barrier?
Wanda, you've never been up against another witch before.
Yeah, she hasn't.
An entire chapter devoted to you in the Darkhold. That's the Book of the Damned.
Uh-oh. You know, all this talk about being damned is probably not helping Wanda's psyche. She's trying to figure out her identity.
Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme. It's your destiny to destroy the world.
She's more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme? Isn't that the Ancient One and then Doctor Strange?
Wanda,
Dottie.
my name is Sarah. I have a daughter.
Oh my god.
If you could just let her out of her room. If
Oh
I
my
could just
God.
hold her, please.
What are you doing to her?
What are you doing to her?
You're making her say this.
She's your meat puppet. I just cut her strings.
You know, this is a great villain because Wanda is kind of living out her villain story right now and she's being confronted with it and she doesn't like it, which is why she's actually like a good person at heart because she doesn't want to hurt people. Oh, this is brilliant. I love this. Yes. Yes to this. We're making a smoothie.
This is my man cave. Place to chillax, you know.
What are you doing? Come on, Ramwoo.
Oh God, please, spare my life.
Oh. I really want Rambo to have her powers past the hex, but I don't think she's going to.
What's wrong? We've got to go.
Sweethearts, I know you have the best intentions, but staying inside is probably more helpful.
My husband's on a business trip. Tell him I love him. Not to come back here.
Exhausted.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're
Wanda, do not deny what you've been doing to these people.
We have your nightmares.
Oh my god.
I've kept you safe. You feel at peace. We feel your pain.
That's what I theorized. Yes. Wanda, just give them what they want. You cannot keep them against their will. Oh my goodness. I'm so curious how you guys feel about this, because I know she's not trying to do this. But even unintentionally causing this much pain to people.
Just let us die. Please.
Look at them, they're now begging for death.
I'm stopping you. Use your power and do it now. Heroes
Still
don't torture
has to be
people.
Yes, heroes don't torture people. How do you even come back from a situation like this? This is complicated. I appreciate this, but also these people have their children are stuck. That woman's child is stuck in her room. She can't leave. But I do appreciate this as an attempt for Wanda to show that she's not trying to hurt people. And I think Wanda can come back from this. It's just, this story is so messy.
You tied your family to this twisted world, and now one can't exist without the other.
Were any of those people able to get out and abandon their children that were trapped in their rooms? This story is so complicated and layered and messy, and I don't think there is a right way to feel about it. It's just complicated. And it's certainly putting me through the emotional roller coaster and ringer. I keep jumping around. I'm on Wanda's side, I'm against Wanda. I'm on Wanda's side, I'm against Wanda.
Dad?
Wow, tanks were able to get through.
Your mother and I never really prepared you for this.
But you were born for it.
They're not really born, though, if they're in this world, are they? Because that complicates things more. Did she invent life?
Why are you doing this? My programming directive is to destroy the vision.
Oh, so he's actually not evil. He's just programmed. I wonder if he can be reprogrammed. Probably.
But I'm not the true vision. Only a conditional vision.
There will always be torches and pitchforks for ladies like us, Wanda.
I really liked that line.
Boys, handle the military. Mommy will be right back.
So her boys are really just an extension of her own magical consciousness, then. Could he even die, though? If he's woven in the fabric of Wanda's power, couldn't Wanda just use her power to heal him? This is, like I said, it's confusing and complicated. Where's the rule book on this world? Darcy. Darcy finally made it.
Have fun in prison.
You are familiar with the thought experiment, the ship of Theseus in the field of identity metaphysics?
Obviously, I'm very aware of identity metaphysics.
Over time, its planks of wood rot are replaced with new planks. When no original plank remains, is it still the ship of Theseus? But certainly you are the true vision for you believe yourself to be. That was once the case. Upon meeting you, I have been disabused of that notion.
This is why Vision's so great. Like, can you imagine if all battles happen this way? Let's talk, discuss, and logically figure out who should die amongst us. This might be my favorite battle.
Your memory storage is not so easily wiped, may I?
Yeah, we've seen all throughout the show he can reveal things in one's mind. That's sad he'd have to kind of relive all of that through seeing those memories again. These Vision-like beings don't deserve to go through all of this pain and suffering.
I am Vision.
Oh. I like this little callback. Wanda's bringing back the villain nightmares. This is what she used to pull on people when she was working with Hydra. I wonder if that means she's deciding to root herself in a more villainous place. Oh my god. Lammy, the dead are coming back to life. Oh my god, they're chanting Wanda's name. It's all terrifying. That's why you just shouldn't bring the dead back to life. This is wild that someone was able to turn one of Wanda's nightmares against her. They all know her.
So.
Oh, she's not doing it on purpose? I thought Agatha was doing this on purpose. So confusing.
Give me your power, and I will correct the flaws in your original spell. You and your family can all live together in peace.
Do you believe her when she says she would let that happen? Because Agatha's clearly a villain. But Wanda's not that great at the moment, so...
Take it!
I don't really trust anyone with this power.
I don't want it.
I would trust Vision with this power. He's like the only one that wouldn't use it to harm anyone. Agatha... am I calling her Agatha? I meant Agnes. Isn't her real name Agatha, though? Agnes has a great cackle.
There's more! I want it all!
This reminds me of the last movie in the Kung Fu Panda trilogy when he was trying to take all the chi and it ended up exploding out of him. Is this going to be the Kung Fu Panda 3 ending? These boys have been traumatized.
About our deal. Once cast, spell can never be changed. This world you made will always be broken.
You little liar. Did she not give you the magic? What happened? The ruins! I told you not to teach her how to make a witch powerless. Yes, you told her that if a witch casts the ruins, only that witch can use magic. That was so smart of Wanda!
Only the witch who cast them can use her magic.
That's great.
Thanks for the lesson.
Yeah, why did you teach her that? Oh my gosh.
You to tell me. who I am.
You kind of did, though, because you didn't know that you were the Scarlet Witch. Wow, is she taking Agnes's magic too? I wonder what she would have done if Agnes had actually not been that much of a villain. I wonder how she would have reacted. Wow, it seems like this show was kind of a setup for Wanda becoming the prophecy of the Scarlet Witch. And I don't know what the Scarlet Witch is. I'm assuming bad. Oh, she's supposed to destroy the world. That's right. Okay. And considering they said that she could have destroyed Thanos all by herself, they said that's in one of the previous episodes, it makes me think that maybe Wanda's now the new super villain character of the MCU, if she's as powerful as Thanos.
So what now? Just gonna lock me up somewhere?
No, not somewhere.
Nowhere. The head of the Celestial.
Here.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you the role you chose, the nosy neighbor.
Wanda, you have to let all these people go.
You're gonna need me.
If I do, I know where to find you.
Wait.
I wonder if that's an Easter egg. Wanda, I'm not okay with this.
Say, that's some kind of getup you're wearing. Did I leave the oven on, or is that just you, hot stuff?
Because you're not just imprisoning someone or punishing someone. It's complete mind control. That's so wrong.
I'll be seeing you, Agnes.
Very against the Sokovia Accords, by the way. How do we feel about this? Is she doing this to keep Agnes here so that she can, like, is Agnes going to come back?
I know you'll set everything right.
Well, not everything. She's going to torture Agnes nonstop. You're okay with the Agnes thing? Everyone's just fine? Everyone who works in these morally superior government organizations, you're just like, yeah, Agnes is fine being completely mentally and emotionally controlled by Wanda for the rest of her existence in a fictionalized prison. Okay. I feel like there's just like maybe not completely ethical there that Wanda has become judge and juror. Also, aren't there kids locked in their rooms right now? There's a lot. I have to watch the pitch meetings for this. This is there's some stuff going on that we need to talk about in this show.
Thanks for choosing me to be your mom.
Oh. Okay, it's all going back. Is she gonna maintain? I mean, she's saying goodbye to her kids, so I'm assuming she's getting rid of this completely as opposed to just keeping the barrier around her house or her yard or her property. If she's gonna be completely alone after this, how does she deal with the aftermath of those emotions?
Before I go, I feel I must know. What am I?
Yeah, that would be helpful to know what he is.
You, Vision, are the piece of the Mind Stone that lives in me.
Oh. Okay, this whole time, I'm not trying to kill the mood, but this whole time I thought she got her powers from the Reality Stone. It was the Mind Stone, so they got their powers from the same thing. Why did I think she got her powers from the Reality Stone? Well, because her powers are red and the Reality Stone's red.
I have been a voice with no body. Now, a memory. Who knows what I might be next.
What a cool way of saying he's coming back, maybe. Oh, I love that. This is a beautiful goodbye between us and Vision.
It stands to reason.
Because he's been with us since the beginning.
Say hello again.
Well, Jarvis has. Yeah, he's coming back. At some point. Let's see when. Well, this seems like it's a very hopeful ending to this storyline. Wow, that'd be so tough. Oh. Girl, you're walking past them? You're not gonna be like, I'm sorry for taking you all hostage, making you my prisoners, forcing you to experience my grief and pain, on top of all the grief and pain you've all been experiencing over the past 5 years, and locking you away from your children?
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
It wouldn't change how they see me.
I know, and girl, I don't think you're like a terrible person, but I don't think you're that great right now.
Given the chance and giving your power, I'd bring my mom back.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, like, take a bunch of people as your captives in order to do it.
I'm sorry.
You...
For all the...
Turn around and say it to the crowd!
I don't understand this power. But I will.
I appreciate that. You gotta figure it out.
Goodbye, Monica.
And you're evading any kind of law enforcement activity. Let's check in with the crowd. How do we feel? Yeah, it's inconclusive. This was a giant question mark. Don't end. Don't you dare end there. Oh, you ended there. Wow! You know, considering how many... I am so sorry about the helicopters, by the way. I have no idea what's going on outside, but there are just helicopters circling around, so something must be going on. I'm going to stay in here and talk about fictional stories instead of worrying about what's out there. How? I don't know how to process that. There were so many moral and ethical issues that were being brought up in this show, and none of them came to a proper conclusion. You know, at least when we watched Civil War together and they were bringing up the concept of signing the Sokovia Accords, they at least talked about it. They weighed the pros and the cons, and then the Avengers divided up and had all of their own opinions about it. Here, we didn't get any of those conversations. We didn't see people sitting down and being like, okay, Agnes is a very powerful person. She's capable of stripping other magical beings of their power. She's clearly not someone we want with magic. Let's sit down and talk about how to properly potentially contain this person. What do we do with her? You know, instead, Wanda just kind of decided for everyone, and here we go.
Looks like the best spot for medical and evidence collection.
Thank you, Woo. Team Ram Woo.
Monica.
To save the day.
Authority looks good on you.
Yes, it does.
Captain Rambo. They're asking for you in the theater.
In the theater? The theater? Oh, what's playing? Put the fun in dysfunction. I'm so glad we're ending on them because these are great characters.
I was sent by an old friend of your mother's. He heard you've been grounded. He'd like to meet with you.
Where?
Space. Oh, that's exciting. That's a Kree, isn't it? No. No, the Kree were hunting the... Oh gosh, what was Ronan? Ronan was a Kree. So what was that? Oh no, I can't remember. I'm getting all of the names mixed up in my head. Anyway, that was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, I'm assuming that's the only post-credit scene we're gonna get. Oh, don't win me over by making tea in a kettle. I can kind of hear shouting outside. Oh my gosh, there's helicopters and shouting. It's a wild world out there. Whoa! This is very Doctor Strange. When he was reading the books as an astral projection. So I guess she's being fueled by the memory of her kids. Maybe she's not giving up on her villain path. So this is interesting. I'm curious if that scene was supposed to show that Wanda was convincing people. I promise I'll you know, take care of my powers, I'll figure out what to do about them. And then that kind of made it seem like she was maybe going along the pathway of being a villain. Like I said, you know, when we first saw Wanda in Age of Ultron, she was using her powers to bring out the nightmares in people. The moment she started working with the Avengers, she stopped doing that. She never did that again. She used different kinds of methodologies, and I got the impression that was a villain tactic. We know that the heroes and the villains in these worlds oftentimes can like start overlapping, kind of like a Venn diagram, right? But at the end of the day, the heroes are not willing to put people in unnecessary risk for their own gain, and the villains are. In this story, we saw a very well-told, empathetic person hurting other people for her own gain. And even though it started off as unintentional, it still happened. I don't exactly know how to feel about it. It was so wild. It was so messy and layered, and I didn't necessarily get the conclusion I wanted, but there's a part of me that's okay with what happened. We didn't really get all the closure, but I'm glad Team Ramwu is there to make sure that those people in the town are going to be able to get back to their normal lives and be okay and be rehabilitated. They're bringing in a medical team for them. I love that. I love the fact that Hayward or Hayworth, the head of Sword, not Shield, but Sword and Shield. I just got it. Sword and Shield. Yes. What's the next one going to be called? Helmet? Armor? So anyway, this was a lovely show. I'm very curious to know what you thought about it in the comments. Let me know all of your opinions. Thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this content, and make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss my next upload. I'll see you next Friday. Bye.